Imagine a king inheriting a massive empire across India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, expecting happiness, winning battles and achieving fame, but something seemed off after every conquest. Then suddenly, after one such battle, the king was shaken. He couldn't shake off the cries of the soldiers he defeated and the smell of death that stuck to him like a bad dream. What he decided next shocked everyone around him. You might be wondering, who is this king? He is one of the greatest conquerors of ancient India, Ashoka, the Great. His fame is not great because of the lands he conquered but because of the kindness he showed in the later stages of his rule. In this video, we will discuss the empire of Ashoka. Ashoka's kingdom wasn't always an empire. It grew from the seeds planted by his grandfather, Chandragupta Maurya, more than 2,300 years ago. Chandragupta Maurya became the founder of the Maurya dynasty. Wise Chanakya, also known as Kautilya, was Chandragupta's secret weapon. His clever ideas are captured in the Arthashastra, a book for politics that helped in the creation of a strong kingdom. The Mauryas were a dynasty with three important rulers: Chandragupta, his son Bindusar, and Bindusar's son, Ashoka. Every leader played an important part in building the empire. Chandragupta brought together different kingdoms, Bindusar made the territory bigger, and Ashoka changed everything. But how did Ashoka achieve this greatness? The key to understanding his view lies in the writing on pillars and rocks found throughout his large empire. So, let's uncover the story of Ashoka by figuring out the messages from the past. In his vast empire, life grew and succeeded in many ways. Patliputra stood proud on the banks of the Ganges. Traders sold things in busy markets, skilled workers made beautiful items, and smart people talked in large halls. It was like a small version of the empire. In the northwest, Taxila was an important entrance to Central Asia. Greek travelers were impressed by its universities and good trade. It was a place where ideas and goods moved easily, connecting east and west. In the south, Ujjain was busy, connecting the north and south. Traders with spices and clothing came and went, and artists and poets enjoyed themselves in the city. But the empire wasn't just about grand cities. Outside the busy city, there were small villages, farms, and thick forests. The languages in the empire were as different as the lands. Common people spoke Prakrit, while the grand Sanskrit was used in the courts. It sounded like a mix of voices, each language carrying its own stories, dreams, and traditions. Ruling such a large piece of land was a great challenge. Ashoka's empire covered a large area from the fertile plains of the Ganges to the mountains in the northwest, including a mix of cultures and customs. Ashoka managed to rule this with a proper system maintained by his advisors. In the center of the empire, near Patliputra, the emperor had control. Loyal officials managed taxes, maintained order, and made sure people followed his commands. Messengers traveled back and forth, sharing updates regarding law and order, while spies watched for any problems. Trusted family members and advisors, including Chanakya, supported Ashoka in this important center, making sure everything worked well in his inner circle. As we move from the main center of the empire, the control over power becomes less strict. In places like Taxila and Ujjain, governors or royal princes had power. Even though they recognized Patliputra's control, they also kept some independence. This system allowed them to have complete control over the empire. The Mauryas focused on protecting important paths like roads and rivers essential for trade and communication. Chanakya's book, the Arthashastra, shows their planned interest in areas with a lot of resources. The northwest provided warm blankets, and South India gave gold and valuable stones. Ashoka understood the power of people living in forests. He talked to them and set up a trade where they provided things like wood, honey, wax, and even elephants. In exchange, Ashoka provided them with protection. After understanding the rule of Mauryan Empire, we can tell some of the key points on the working of rules and major cities. Conclusion. In spite of the doubt, Chandragupta's rule is recognized as a turning point in Indian history, placing the foundation for Ashoka's later achievements. Patliputra, with its busy streets and tall walls, stands as a symbol of the greatness of the Maurya Empire. Difference between an empire and a kingdom. Kingdoms are like smaller countries ruled by a king or queen, usually passing power within their family. Empires are much bigger and include many kingdoms or regions under one ruler, known as an emperor. Think of kingdoms as small and local, while empires are large and include different places. Dynasty. When members of the same family become rulers one after another, the family is often called a dynasty. The Mauryan dynasty had rulers like Chandragupta Maurya, Bindusar, Ashoka and their descendants. We hope that you have understood the chapter from a kingdom to an empire. Now, here's a secret on how you can study effectively with the EduRev app. You can learn with chapter notes, watch video lectures and solve NCERT-based MCQ tests of this chapter on EduRev. And that's not all. You also get amazing courses for Class 6 and much more for your Class 6 preparation. Thank you.